I'm Isaiah, and that's Roger with Okie Bricks. Also, Marilyn is joining us for the very first time.
So, for Father's Day, we decided to build a Lego together. And so we are building the Lego Bookstore, set number 10270. We are going to build it over the course of the week. So you will see it in stages by each bag. So let's get to building. So we like to separate our Legos out pretty good before we start to get into the real build of the set.
As you can see, we have the little boy already. We will show closer up in a little bit.
The little airplane, the set itself, we never saw in the directions where it showed to put it in the tree, but in the front of the cover of the book it does. We did not do that ourselves though. So Isaiah there's starting to build the bottom of the bookstore, and there you see it. It's got the staircase. So the bookstore has a birch tree with the fall leaves on it. We have decided, because everything else in our town is not in fall season, to exchange them for green foliage. So we're going to exchange it for green foliage, kind of make it our very own. You'll see there at the bottom of the bookstore, it's got the staircase that goes up to another landing there. But this picture of the bookstore, it comes up now, you can see the entrance there to the left is the bookshelf and then the green landing.
When we're starting bag 2, we're gonna sort it really well here, and when we start building, we will do the second floor.
The the landing and actually finishing the first floor. But you see there, we've built the other person there that's purchasing a book. The front of the bookstore has a neat tile entrance along the sidewalk. A lot of people have said that this was not their favorite modular building, but I really enjoyed building it. Of course, I enjoy building with my kids.
So you can see here that we're starting to finish the first floor. We're putting in some windows there.
In the back, you can see the colorful books on that back bookshelf. I like the entryway and the front of the store.
So we're starting to put up the bricks above the door, and we added the birch books.
The detail there in the floor is real pretty.
And the actual bookstore is called Birch Books.
So in bag 3, we move on and go ahead and put the landing in there. But you can see the second floor here has the grandfather clock. One thing we love about the Legos is how detailed it gets on the inside, and just the small accessories that really bring out the life to us in it. You've got the landing there.
You can see there's a table on the patio, and there's a detailed chair in the inside. Here's the other view. You can see under the stairs is where they came up.
The back door there to the patio, and you can see that detailed chair that Isaiah was talking about. In the corner, the bottom right corner there, is a lamp for the person that's sitting in that chair reading.
So right now you can see that we're starting to add actually the details in the inside and the patio with the chairs.
The stairwell, we talked about when we were building it, is how we liked how it has stoppers, so the steps themselves stop each time when there's too much room. You can see there, as we're showing it off, the curve to the staircase.
Now,
Now putting it together. Second story, you've got the windows, the curved arch windows. Now on to bag 4. You can see we changed clothes a couple times, so we did this over the course of the week.
Now here's the top part of the bookstore. You can see the curve and the details on the very front. And it just kind of goes nice with the bottom when you see it all put together later on.
One thing that Isaiah mentioned and noticed when we were done building it is when the top is on, it covers the stairwell so that the minifigure can't get all the way to the top. When we put the back of the top on, there's blocks that cover that hole in the bottom right corner where the person would come up. You can see the detail in the bed. The cool, pretty iguana. There's a nice iguana and habitat cage, aquarium, there to the side of the bed.
You can see that we're starting to build the back where it would cover the thing. There's the bookstore.
Bookstore almost complete. Now we're building the tree. As we mentioned in the video, we did change the colors out. The rest of our town is in spring or summer, so we didn't want to use the fall leaves there, so we swapped those out. But we like the way the tree looked with the green as well. We also think that the bird in the bird nest would be a springtime instead of fall for us around here. And then Isaiah is building the next minifigure, which we are using as the bookstore owner.
Her hair is kind of crazy, if you can see down there.
Now we're building the the basement of the house that's next to the bookstore. We talked that we would like to purchase some more bricks and possibly even make 2 or 3 more of this building, just in different colors. I know in a lot of towns in the Northeast, there's apartments or townhouses rather that are hooked side by side that have different colors, and we thought that'd be pretty neat to do for us. You can see in the basement there, it's got the garden.
It also has a mouse trap under there and a fold-up ladder. You can see in the bottom left, there is a door to open up so you can pull out the ladder. And there's also a small table with a bag on it.
Once again, Isaiah building the minifigure here, which we would think would be the dad of the house. Now on to bag 6. Bag 6, we build the first floor of the home.
You can see that there's a table in the middle with a newspaper and some
teacups and the teapot. We like the way they built the archway of the window as well.
You can see on the left that there's the door to the basement, plus a hat that's hanging.
There's an umbrella hanging there as well. In the back right corner, there is a spice rack. It's now in the bottom left corner, but there's a spice rack with different spices and stuff in it. It does have the fireplace there to the left as well.
You can kind of see the curve from the inside on the top left, how it kind of, there's a little seating area right there so they can sit down in the window. And they can read a book that they bought from next door.
The stairwell there to show off, makes an L instead of a curve on that one. We decided as well when we were building that we needed to get the book out of the way, so we built a stand to hold the book so we could see it easier when we were building. Not take up room for our Lego organization. And there Isaiah is holding up the mom of the home.
So now we have the top floor. We can see the bed.
Nice yellow bed with a little vanity there to the side. And then the top floor also has a kind of like a skylight that will go over the stairwell.
There's a little chimney on the very, very top.
The top floor also has a balcony to a door to the little balcony there. At the front of the building, you can see there, it's got the curved stairwell, the details there, and then the curved window.
What's really nice about these buildings is that you can take them apart and move them all around with other modulars like this.
Right, a lot of the modulars are on a 32 by 32 base plate, and this is a 16 by 32, and it's two completely separate buildings, so we can space them out in our sets however we decide we want to do that.
And now we're on to bag 8.
There's what we're using as the bookstore owner with the crazy hair he talked about. The bookstore, the customer that purchases a book, the little boy, we'll have to use him somewhere else or take his scarf off since it's not spring or fall for us. The dad, and then the mom.
You couldn't see, but for the bookstore buyer, the front of the book he bought was called Moby Brick. And as you can see, it is complete. And now we'll go ahead and just start
Showing it there. You can see the garden again in the bottom behind the house. We'll put them together. Of course, I put them together backwards. The instructions show them on opposite sides, but we like it nonetheless. There it is, stands with the bird in the tree with the airplane there. You got the chimney on the right, the detail on the front of the house. Here we place it in between a couple buildings. You can see our detail on the right.
Tell us your favorite detail about this build. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook at the link below. Check us out our Brick League store, OK Bricks. www.okbricks.com is coming soon.